Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, you might want to hit the subscribe button, like and leave a comment if need be to ask any question you want. This dashboard is actually a dashboard we've actually started some, days ago. This is the third part of this dashboard. You might want to consider looking for the second and the first part to watch and get a full understanding. Get the resources downloaded to your system, unzip it, and actually start to create with me. With this YouTube channel, you'll learn how to actually use DAX and create calculated column and create advanced visualization for your employer or for your client. So if you're ready, let's do this together because I'm always ready to take you. So let's have some kind of tidy things up right here before we begin with writing more logics and making it more dynamic. Okay, I would love to bring this one down. Something like this should be fine. I can just bring it down. So after all, we can come back here and readjust things. But for now, let's just do this. Just make sure you have this. For this part right here, I think I'm okay with it. And for this particular part, some kind of cool with what I have. So the white space here is okay, but let us maintain the white space here. Then we need to bring this some kind of down to this level. You understand? So don't worry about how it looks for now. So once we have gotten this, we have to clean up our chart a little bit. So I'm just going to go to here. So now we make sure we go to the legend. So the legend should be in the center bottom right here, and for the title I'm gonna have it turned off, so don't worry about the color for now. Then we have this particular header, forget about it. So click on this one here, and what we can do is just to go to the y-axis here, and on the y-axis scroll down and turn off the title for the y-axis. So if we don't want to keep the title at all, we can the y-axis at all, we can turn it off, and that is beautiful. So I'm gonna go here now, and we need to go here and turn off the title as well. We don't need it, so I can bold this one to show up very well. Okay, that is done. So for the legend, I want to keep consistency. My first legend is at the bottom side. I want to do the same thing here. So we have something like this, and this is awesome, right? So for this title, I can double click on it and have it change. So I'm gonna do revenue versus budget, total budget here. So this is exactly what it is. All you have to do is just to double click and just do that formatting. All right, let me come here now. We just need to do this again. So first of all, we turn this back on. For the y-axis, the title should be off, so we want to keep this. The only thing we don't want is the x-axis here, so we just have to turn the title off, then totally turn it off. We don't actually need it. So now we have something like this. What if I click on this one and come here, use the format painter, give it a this, and that gives us something like this. So this is very much interesting. Okay, so we have something like this. Let us just work with what we have. The very first thing I'm going to do right now is to see how I can build it. Is it a template, a background, or a template for this using PowerPoint? So the very first thing you do is just to go to your system and search for snippet tool, something like this, for you to take a screenshot. So now I'm going to select the new, then take the screenshot from this angle. Can you see that? Just highlight this area, and now here you go. So you can release it. Select here and have it saved somewhere. I'm going to save it with this here. Save it anywhere you can remember to pick it up from. So minimize this, and it's time for we to go to our PowerPoint to actually, here we go. So we have a new blank slate for PowerPoint, just go ahead and remove this one. So leave it at the default size is okay. You don't need to actually worry about anything here. So we're going to pick up the screenshot we made. So I want to click here and go to this device. So we have to pick up. So click, just scroll down. So here we go. So all I want to do now is just to make sure I some kind of just resize it here until you cover it all to this level. That is beautiful. So this is one way to go. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to select here and click on these shapes. And I'm going to pick up this particular rounded rectangle, something like that. So here we go. So you can just try to maintain the white space here. It's very important for you to keep. So I'm going to push this up a little bit, not too much. So space at the bottom part here. So for the rounded aspect here, I just want to reduce it. So do this and have something like this. Nicely done. So let me just adjust it and make it this where I think I love something like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to Ctrl D to have it duplicated. On this one, so here we go. So maintain the space. So here we go. We have something like this, and if we are cool, so the white space is very important. You can just do something like this. Okay, I'm gonna have it duplicated this time around. So all I'll do is just to make sure I bring this down and create this space between the other one. So bring it to this level. I think I will be cool with this. So we just have to make sure we do this. Nicely done. So the next thing is for we to Ctrl D to get this one. For this one here, I'm going to do it this way. I have something that will be on this part, and let's make use of this space we have like this here. I think this space should be okay. I'm gonna make it some kind of much more here. Exactly. Okay, let's do with this. Now we have it duplicated again. So this time around, I'm gonna bring it up. So I am going to reduce this. I'll take it down. Nicely done. So for this one, it's gonna be a bit closer to this here. Okay, I think something like this would be cool. Duplicate this one, and I'm gonna have this one for this part here. So we'll just have this particular horizontal and vertical line that guides you through as you keep working on it. So now we have something like this, and this is cool. So there is no need for we to have what we have behind it. I'm talking about this one. So we can now delete this one and take it off. We don't need it any longer. So it is just for we to guide ourselves through where we need to actually, with all this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing now is to see what color do we need to use for this. So I am going to click on so right now we are on Google. The very first thing we're going to search for is some kind of color.adobe.com. So here we have it. Let me remove this here for you. So if I hit enter right now, we are in color.adobe.com. So we're going to use this particular website to actually pick our color. So now it's opening. Just give it some time. So if you have not used this website before, this is one of the best websites you can actually come and pick color from and use it for your project. So here is the default color you have. So don't worry about what you have right here. This is the main place to come. So click on explore. It's going to open up some color palette for you that you might love, but I don't fancy those color. I can mix my color myself. So those are the color we have. It's more of green, family and stuff like that. So what you can do to actually get your color, the color you want, is to come here and type in what you want. So let's say here now, I want something like blue, right? I want gray, and I want something like yellow. So let's do with this. So if I hit my enter key right now, let's see what we're going to have. So now here we go. This is the color it has just mixed for us. So we can choose to see which color is gonna be best cool for what we are doing. Can you see that? So just scroll through and find the color that you love to use. So if you don't find any color here, you can actually make another search, try another color until you find the color that looks cool to you. But if you're doing this for a company, your company might have a color palette already, so the kind of color they want to use and stuff like that. So if they ask you to choose color, you can come here to make sure you give them the right color that would work with the company. So let me add light blue here. So now we have more varieties of colors that we can actually choose from right here. So let me go with this. I can click on it, and this is what we have. So the very first thing you do is just to pick what you want to actually dominate most of your dashboard. So I think the color should be something like this. I'm going to pick up this particular color. I think I love it. So once we have picked this color, we can go back and we can click on where we want to have this very color right on. So I want to keep the color here on this and on this particular one here. So the next thing is for me to right click and I go to format object. So we can move this, be flexible with it. We can move it anywhere we like. So let me keep it here. For the first time, I'm going to come here and say no line. So we click here now and we click on this place. We click on more colors. Remember, we copy a hex code. So we are going to highlight this one and paste the new one we've copied right there. Then we can click on OK. And this is what we have. So for other colors here, I'm going to select them all. So the color I want to have for this is actually something like more of white color. For the first time, come here and turn this off. Then come right here and let us use this color. So let us look at this. I'm going to move this away. How do you look at this now? So does this look cool to you? Yeah, this is fine. Love it. So now we're going to go ahead to our Power BI and try to see how this would look. Okay, for the first time again, we're going to hit back to save our file, export. So change file type. You have option to choose PNG or JPG right here. I'm going to go with PNG. Double click on it. So we need to have it saved somewhere. So I have just saved this with background one. So go ahead and save it. So just this one here. Now we hit back here. So welcome to our Power BI again. So go to this particular canvas setting. Make sure you don't select any visual, else what you're going to see will be different. So select no visual and make sure you click here and put this on 0% transparency. We click here. So we can just go to where we have that background writing. This is the previous one we've used. I'm going to go here, scroll down here. Here we go. Double click on it. So this is what we have right now. So the next thing we can do is just to make sure we Ctrl A to select every single thing we have right here and go ahead and okay. Sure. I'm going to deselect these cards. Do we still have it? Can't we do multi-select? Okay, let us do it individually. Now we have this, so we can turn off the background here. So turn this off. I'm going to turn this off. So we are going to turn this off. You get it. So click on this one to turn it off. So if you look at it, when we turn this off and this off, the title of the legend came back. So we're going to go ahead and look for it and turn it off. So scroll down, turn off the title, right? So now this is what we have. For the cards, we have to do the work as well. So we have to make sure we come to the background and have them turned off. So now the next thing we need to do is just to make sure we go to the value area. So click on the value area, click here, and we have something bright. Can you see that? So what is next? I am going to change this, I think that is going to be my category label. So for the category label, let's go back here. So we are going to here now. So let us use this color for category label and see how it will appear here. So I'm going to select this, select more colors and paste it in. And this look very beautiful. So nicely done. So I love it. Okay, this is what we want. So I can come here now and change the header here to the title. We go for title. Let's see. So here's our title. We go for the color. We choose this color here and we scroll down and have it in the middle. So can you see that now? So we're now concerned with the color we're going to use right here. So there is a way you can do this. If I scroll all the way down now, I can select these particular slices and let me select this one and pick this color, right? So let me look for another color that could be very much cool with this. So if I select this one now, I can decide to choose this color and it will look, oh, it doesn't really match. Let's find out what other color we can use. So what if we go with this color here? It's still part of the color we can use that will still pop out very well. I'm going to click on it. So now we are back here. We select this and we scroll down. We give it to this one here. So nicely done, but not what we are expecting to see. Okay, so I'm going to select something that looks like this. Okay, let's manage this. For the text here, we want to go for the text. I want to select something that will pop. So now that shows up very well. So I can decide to put it on bold. And this is what it is. So we have the what? We have the label. So we go, we click on it. We click here. You select this one. So here we go. So nicely done. So we need to have some, images here, right? So can we actually guess this to see where this could be, where this, let's get back here. So the very first thing we're going to do once we are here now is to actually go ahead and go to insert. From insert, I go to this part here. I pick up a circle. To have the perfect circle, I hold my shift key down and I'm going to have something like this. So I can decide to have one of these here. So we need to treat the color. I want to change the color to white. So no line. So my code is, so it's too much. I can reduce it. Hold your shift key to have it reduced a bit. So I love something like this. Ctrl D to duplicate it. So bring this down here. Ctrl D to get this one right here as well. I think this is cool, right? So if I am very much saturated with this, all I have to do is to make sure they are on the same level. So go to shift format here, align, we align to the right hand corner. So they are now, in the same line, and we distribute horizontally. We can just choose to distribute vertically, and that will give us equal alignment. So I love this. So we want to actually look for something that will depict some kind of transaction and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you a website, and I'm going to show you how to get some kind of icon. Yeah, should I say in page icon? So go to insert here, and once you click on this particular icon here, so we can choose to see which icon we could get from here. So all you have to do now is to actually type analytics. Even before you do that, we have it. So analytics, and we have some couple of analytics, icons here that we can use. I can decide to use something like this, and can decide to use something like this here. Then I click on OK. Oh, insert it. So just reduce the size of it. Reduce the size so we can pick it up. So we have it somewhere around here. So we reduce this as well. So we have this somewhere around here. Okay, nicely done. So the next thing now is to look at what website could we even get icons from. Let's find out. So we have this website called Logo Maker. So this is the URL here. So the maker is not M-A-K-E-R, it's just K-R right here. You should understand that. So go ahead and say start my design. So from start my design, we can now see how we can get lots of icons for free. So it's going to tell you to actually take a tile, just create new design here. So just click some couple of it, and finally you click on done here. So we come here now and we select like analytics again. So if I hit my enter key, let's see what we have. Can you see? Lots of analytics right here. So lots of icons for analytics right here. So can you see it now? This is beautiful. So you can choose from whatever you want from here. So let me just say data. So now we have lots of icons. So if I type in sales, so we have lots of icons for sales. You understand? Let me go with something that has to do with, let's go. I want a shopping cart. So what if I type in shopping? Shopping cart, I think it's like this. I don't know. It's not like this. Is this one here? Okay, fine, nicely done. So now we can pick up anyone. I'm gonna go with something like this. So all you have to do is to choose the color you want to use for this. So if you want to use black color, you can change this color in Power BI, in PowerPoint as well. So just go ahead and click on save. And once that is done loading, so just give it some time. So go ahead and click on download here. So click on this and now it has been downloaded. So all we have to do now is to head back here now, and let's go ahead and grab it. So click on this and click on this device. Let's go to a download here. So just double click on this. So we have it here. Can you see it now? Beautiful. So I can just make it small. So try, oh no, sorry, Ctrl Z. So bring it to where we want to have it right in. So make it small until it fits into where you want to have it to sit. So we still have to adjust it a bit. So if this color is not bright enough for you, remember you can always adjust it. All you have to do is just to come here under the picture, then click on picture color. So click right here and choose more brighter color. This is fine, and all of that. So I can decide to just look for something calm than this one. So it's March. I don't think anyone is as calm of what's. Let's go with this. Okay. Let's do something like this too. This one, we have to make sure we look for Yeah, let's go with this. So now we have those here, and now all we have to do is to replace the previous one. Just click here, double click here, and double click on this one. Yes, and that is it. So we need to head back to our Power BI rather. So here we are. All we have to do is select the empty place without a chart. Just go ahead and grab this, change it. You've removed it. We just double click here to change it, and this is what we have. So right now we have to make sense with this. What comes first is our transaction. So let us move this away and take our transaction to go up here. So this is our transaction here, and I can have my quantity order on the next. So let's just move it up a bit. So here we go, something like this. So for my transaction, I might want to have this to be on focus. What you can do is just to click here and go to the value area, scroll all the way down. We have the value here is on 21. Let's try something like 30. Yeah, 30 is okay. This is cool. So what about this? So let's now focus on this one right here. So focusing on this one now, we need to actually work with the color we have here. So how do we do that? Let's find out. So here on the website, we can pick up this same color and we go back here. So now we click on this. We scroll all the way down until we see where we can change the colors. So we click on this one and paste in that color we've copied. So we click and that is right there. So for this one now, I want to use this particular color here. That is fine. So we want to use any color that will definitely match those colors we have right here. So should we go with something like this? This wouldn't pop out very well, so we shouldn't use it. So the only place it could pop out is where we are right now. So in that case, what do we do? There is something I always do to create a complementary color. So what I'll do is to click on this one and go to where I want to have its color changed. So I'm going to click on this very one here. Then I'll select the same color I used right here. So now we have the same color, right? So what do? We click either on either of them and just click here, and we can start playing around with the color to get something that is related to what we have. So I might want to do this until I have a saturated color. I'll just shift this a little bit. So now here we go. So can you see it now? So we are creating something that complements the color. So let's go with something that looks like this. So I think I love this, right? So here we go. So for this one, I wouldn't say we should leave it for now, but we can always make it beautiful before we definitely start making our dashboard to look some kind of wow. So now you click on this, we give it a default color, and the default color is going to be this one here. Go to line. So click color, click on this. I want to choose this color for my line color. Yeah, I would like something more darker than that. Let's go with this. All right, if I love this, that is better. Okay, I'm going to leave everything for now until we are done, because this one here will be some kind of dynamic. So it changes based on what we have, selected, whatever. So now this is what we have. So the next thing we're going to do now is for we to actually come into this particular place and make it some kind of dynamic. So we want to see top and like top and bottom. We want to have this top and bottom to be, some kind of changing between salesperson, product and product group and all of that. So how do we do that? You will find out in the next part of it.